everyone. I'm Leah and I'm Ani's mentor. I was not aware that I will be presenting today, so I'm just going to read it off of what I have. So Ani has been a wonderful mentee to work with this past year. Although she has a packed schedule that includes her wide range of interests, from musical instruments to tennis to public speaking, she always demonstrated the utmost responsibility in her undertaking of learning computer science. It's been a real pleasure working with her and watching her learn as she covered a wide range of topics and as we struggled to solve problems together. And we covered things like web development and machine learning, which you'll be seeing shortly. And so, welcome Ani.
So, hi, I'm Ani Gulliver, and my mentor is Leah. She works at Kepler Group in New York City, where she builds web apps and databases, and she uses machine learning to analyze data. And she lives in Muncie, New York, and some hobbies that she has is she enjoys reading, dancing, and playing board games, a hobby that I share. So the name of my project is Understanding Vaping. And the goal of my project is to expose the public to the dangers of vaping, and additionally, for me to learn web development and machine learning. So the way that I did this was I created a website to inform children and adults to the dangers of vaping. And then once I finish this website, I'm working on targeting this website to those susceptible to vaping using machine learning. So the things that I learned. So in the process of making my website, I built the website using HTML, which pretty much gave me the structure for my website, and then I used the CSS programming language to style the website, and I used the Bootstrap library to add in elements that are a bit more complex for styling. And then once I finished this website, I launched it on GitHub, and now it's a live website. So once I finished this half of the project, we then moved on to the machine learning aspect of the project. So in order to do this, I had to learn the Python programming language. And so in order to do this, I practiced on using some Project Euler problems, which are logical Python programming problems. And so after this, I learned how to navigate data sets in order to find data that's specifically relevant to my project. And then I began learning machine learning and different algorithms that can be used in order to target this website and make my model. So my past and future work. So I finished the website and it is live, and I chose a data set, and I chose relevant pieces from this data set that are relevant to my project. And once I found this data set and was able to choose relevant pieces, I then cleaned up the data a little bit, taking out the excess data that was in this study that they had. So I removed those pieces, and I was able to implement, using Python, I was able to convert certain aspects of the data that were, like for example, they have, for when there's not an answer, when a person answered like no, there it says NaN, it was an empty value. But in order for the data to be analyzed, it has to be a 0. So I learned how to convert these pieces to zeros. And then my future work would be to combine those algorithms that I learned with the data set that I worked on and create a model that would predict the people who are likely to bake. So this is one screenshot of my code. There's many pages of my code, but this is just one page that has some of the Bootstrap elements in it and some HTML. And then this is my Python code, which, see over here is some of the data set loaded in, but it's a very large data set, so you can't actually see all of it. But so this is just some of the data, and this is the terminal which I use to be able to run this program, the terminal on my computer. So my magical experience. So certain things that were really amazing highlights that I had was that learning how to code in order to create a website and use machine learning, because it was something so different than I've ever done in a classroom setting, and it was really amazing to have that opportunity. Additionally, earlier this year I worked on a science research project in the topic of vaping. So it was really interesting for me to be able to take that which I previously learned and use it in a completely new forum and in a completely new way. And something that was so amazing about this program was that I was paired with someone who specializes in the field that I'm so interested in, and I was really able to tackle this and learn this new skill in order to work independently in the future. So thank you so much. Some lessons that I learned was that sometimes you run into errors that no matter how small they could seem or little, they could really affect everything. So it's really important to be careful with what you're working and cautious to make sure you're doing everything to the best of your ability. And in order to completely accomplish your goals, you really need to invest a lot of time and effort, or else you won't be able to accomplish that which you set out to do. And another final thing that I learned was to ask for help, because I don't always like to ask for help. Sometimes I'm a little nervous, or I think that shows weakness or something. But I really learned, that by asking for help, it allows you to work independently in the future because you have these new gained skill sets that you can then use. So some challenges that I ran into was originally when I started working on Python and the project Euler problems, I was really having trouble breaking them down because there were these big problems with a lot going on. So I then learned how to tackle these problems by breaking them apart into step by step, which is really a skill that's necessary for everything, to be able to break things down and tackle one at a time in order to accomplish it all. And while I was searching for data sets, it was originally really hard to find data sets because vaping is this new issue that's going on, so it wasn't so easy to find ample research on it. And then once we finally found a data set, the data set wouldn't load. So finally we were able to get it to work, and now it works. And so I also realized the need for precision, because in these languages, if you miss a colon or a semicolon or something, it can change your entire code, and it's something that's really important to be attuned to. And so this is the link to my website, and these are the different pages of my website, and this is the, here. But yeah, so these are images to the website, and that's my book here. Thank you.